Hey friends, let's make an angel using a mop-head and a jar that I got at the Dollar Tree. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut down some of these strands off of the mop-head. I just cut a bunch off. I figured if I had some extras, I'll just save them for another craft. So we're going to cut these off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lay down one strand across the mat, and we're going to start to glue them on. So I'm just going to take that one strand and lay it across, and then I'm going to start to glue them on. We're actually going to do this twice. We're going to glue on 2 layers. Or excuse me, we're going to do it one time, but we're going to glue 2 layers onto this strand. So this is just going to help when we pick it up to put it around the jar. It's just going to make it a little easier. You'll see here in a minute. So you see how I picked that up? When I did that, I saw that it was still not quite as full as I wanted. That's why I decided to add the other row of strands. So again, we're just going to glue another row of strands on here, and that's just going to kind of thicken up her dress a little bit. And we are going to make this light up. This is so pretty. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So you're going to want to stick around to the end just to see how gorgeous this turned out. So now that we have that on, now we're going to wrap it around our jar. And we're going to kind of tuck it in the top. So I used a rubber band. It just kind of helped to keep everything in place until I was able to glue it. And then I started to tuck them in. And just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff a little bit of fairy lights in. I don't want to stuff the whole strand in, just a little bit. So I have some light down in the jar. The rest are going to go in her wings. So now I'm going to come in and glue that down in. Be careful not to get a whole bunch of glue on your lights. I kind of pulled them over to the side a little bit. And you can see how pretty that's looking already. So then I took my scissors and I held the jar up and just snipped around the base of the jar. Be careful you don't snip your fairy lights when you're doing this, because I almost did that. So just be careful. And I just want it so it just touches the ground. So it's like even with the base of the jar. So next I have this old t-shirt of my husband's that I coffee dyed, and we're going to take a foam ball from Dollar Tree, wrap the shirt around the foam ball, and then tie it tight at the base. And then we're going to cut that off. Now I'm going to cut it off as close to where we tied as I can possibly get without the tie coming undone. So next I'm going to take some hot glue, and I'm going to glue this. I kind of tucked some more of that mop head rope down in the best I could, and then I just glued it to the top, the head to the top there. So then I have these picks that I got at Walmart. They were like $1 something. They weren't that expensive. So I'm going to snip them down. I found it easier if you twist them back and forth, they kind of break. It's a lot easier than using the wire cutters as you see me doing here. I did use them to twist it back and forth though. So then I'm going to come in with some floral wire, and I'm going to wrap these together nice and tight. And then I'm going to add some E6000 and some hot glue. And then I'm going to apply them to the back of the jar just to be her wings and hold it in place. And then I put just another thing of wire around the wings and the angel just to kind of secure them extra good. Next I'm coming in with some pit berries that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to stuff some of those in her wings just to kind of make her look extra Christmassy. And then I used my bow maker to make a bow, but in the end I ended up ripping it off and just making a really simple bow with a longer, with the ribbon hanging down longer. You'll see that here at the end. So, but you can see it both ways here if you want a bow like that, or if you want one that hangs down. Next I have this little grapevine wreath that I got at Hobby Lobby also, and I just glued that on the top of her head. And then this wood button for the center of the bow, I'm just using some antique wax on that just to give it a little more of a rustic look. And I'm going to glue that to the center of the bow. Now we're going to come in with the rest of the fairy lights, and we're just going to add those to the wings so the whole thing lights up at night. It's going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. So we're just adding those. If you want my affiliate link for the lights, let me know and I'll get that for you. And then I'm going to glue the little battery pack to the back. So that is it. Let me know what you guys think of this project. Don't forget to sprinkle. Thanks so much for watching.